Hmm. I need to figure this out first. Okay, that's okay. Camera's in the way. Move that. I need to grab the car. Nope, that ain't gonna work. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna fit. I don't have a stock chassis slash. Well, I do. I don't know how easy it is to get to though. It's not. Okay, here's my dilemma. I don't think I have any of the original. Yeah, I do. I, actually, I think it'll work. But my issue is these tabs. I don't know what the width is, but I think there's enough room. Uh, mm, 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 mm. So, to do what I want, delete. I want to copy this guy. So, copy this, move it over here. And this needs rotated that way. Bring that in. Bring that this way. That needs to be modified because it's not the right bundle. Okay, that's that. That gives me a reference for that. That's fine. I don't think I'm going to need this. I don't need that. Ungroup. Delete. It's that. Plus this. This. And that. And that. Wait a minute. That. Plus that. Plus that. Plus that and that. And that. All need linked. Weird. Why did that not work? Ungroup. Okay. That fixed that problem. So now this and this. Oh, wait a minute. Can I add? No. But I can do that. That can come out to there. So that's going to get me that. So copy, 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 rotate 180, move it over here. Oh, come on. Why is this not loading right? That gets me 2 tabs. Okay, that's going to get me the holes. I don't know what size stud. 1 flanged. Three millimeter. What? So 4 millimeter ish. Okay. And then the other caveat to this is I need an insert to figure out how deep they are. And according to this, they are whopping 4 millimeters. I guess this is flanged. That doesn't make any sense because mine's 5 millimeters. And without the flanges, it's 4. I'm going to go 4.6. Who is messaging me? Okay, 2.54. How do I want to do this? I need to copy that. We're going to have to make this bigger. So 3 point. I need to go to like 4 point. Nine, 4.987, 4.7, 3.2. It's 1.5. So let's move it to 1.4. So 7. Yeah. So 7, 3.2 plus 7 is 9. And then I'm going to go this way. So that's going to make it 3.9 plus 7 is 4.6. And then 3.7. That was 3.9 and 4.6 if my memory's right. And then that needs to be a total height of 4. Ish. Yeah. Which I need to repeat over here. So copy. 3.7. 3.9. 3.9. 4.6. 4.6. Make that 4. So then that should get me everything. Yeah, that should get me everything for this. So let's select all this. Let's add these. Union all that. So there we go. So that gets me my 2 holes, which is fine. Should be okay. Oh, that didn't go deep enough. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Okay, undo. No, it went down 1. That's why. So 5. 5. There we go. That tells me these are going to be off a little bit. So down 0. Up 1. There we go. Link. So it's going to get me all of those. Yep. Okay, that's that. That's that. Let's go ahead. Select all of these. Link that. Now let's see if we can't print this guy. Export. STL. It's a terrible color to see. Let's go with gray. I don't know if that's going to transpose very well, but we're going to try it. Camera. Send that to the client. Okay. Slice and dice it. We're going to do generic PETG supports enable normal default. That's fine. Default layers. That's fine. Adhesion. I'm going to leave all that standardized. Strength. We're going to add some walls. And then I'm going to put it as 50% infill And I want to do adaptive cubic. Is it adaptive cubic that I like? I think so. Yeah. Slice. Because it should put. Yeah. So it should put some there, which is fine. Let's see what happens. So print. Port option 2. Send. While that's loading, let's check YouTube, make sure it is kosher. So YouTube Studio. Oh, nope, wrong one. Your channel. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I was live. Actually, let's just check. Make sure chat's working. Test. Yep, chat's working. We'll go ahead and give a thumbs up while we're here. That's good. Okay. Print's going. I hear it firing up. 45-minute print. Uh, where did you go? Pictures. Yeah, there it is. wants that changed. Okay, so we'll change that a little bit. Stop. Yes. Let's undo this guy. Let's copy this. We're gonna slide her over here. And it's SR12 and 315 are the same footprint. Point. He's got it in metric or in standard, and I have it in metric. So millimeters, inches. 0.845 is 22. I need a pen or a pencil. 21.5 by 1.29, 1.29. That's going to be 33, 32.7, 32.76. Okay. So that's going to be 21.5. So let's go this way with it. 20. Let's go with 22 by 30. 32.76. Come in a little bit. And come in a little bit. 32.76, so 33 and a half. That's a millimeter of a gap. How much is a millimeter? Like, visually. It's a noticeable gap. Let's go a little smaller. 30. Let's go with 33. 33.2. Let's go 33.1. And then 22, that's going to be a half Y. Okay, that should work. And then he's saying 0.64. So 0.64. Oops. 0.64 is 16.25. 16.25 is the width. So 16.8. That looks right. 19.5 is 19.5 is 0.74. Yeah, that should fit. That should fit. Let me make that slightly longer, actually. Let's go there. Just ever so tick slightly longer. It is cold in my garage. Okay. Let's try this. Select them all. Link. Why am I guessing my measurements? 22 by 33. Yeah, that looks right. Export. Link those. Let's close this out. We'll just start heating that up. Export STL. And then same thing. Generic pet G strength. We're gonna add some walls. Change it to 50% infill. Adaptive cubic. Supports enable normal standards rest settings slice, and that should get us everything we need. Print slot 2, send, confirm. Okay, so that's that. That's warming up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's problem numero uno. Actually, I think my switch just came in. Let me go check. Get around to getting to printing them. Okay. Let's see if we can make this work. Let me switch you over. Camera's not on. Yay! There we go. So what we're working on is the switch that's going to mount to this guy. Okay, get that out of the way. So the switch mounts. That ain't gonna fit. That's problem number one. How does that fit? I'm confused. Because this doesn't make any sense at all. At all, might I add. So right now it should be closed. I mean, the only thing I could think of that might work is if... No, because that can't... It's almost like I need to grind off the top half of this, and this whole thing needs to recess down in there. Let's dig around for a minute. Something tells me that there's a revision for this. Let's take a look. I can't see anything working right. It is freezing out in my garage. Do 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 do. LTS respooler. That's the mod I want to do, which is the big winder, big spool upgrade. So that I'm gonna do that at some point. Switch cover. Jumbo idlers. That probably makes more sense. I gotta figure out the switch. Because, like, that switch looks just like what I have here. It doesn't fit. Like, doesn't fit at all. Not knowing about your switch specimens and... Okay, that's fine. I am freezing. I am freezing really bad. Like, really bad, actually. Okay, that's different. Crap. Um... I mean, I'm fine without using a switch, but I would like to make this switch work. And I don't know how that they fit. I don't understand how that they even get these to fit in here. Because even that switch won't fit in there. That doesn't make any sense. I can't believe somebody's not remixed this. Film switch using original just 8096F. It is necessary to use such a limit switch as well as a 4mm, but the limit switch needs to be slightly modified, mainly breaking off the steel plate and removing all resistors and diodes and connecting the wires directly to the limit switch. Yeah, I get that, but like that's what I have in my hand. But there's no way this fits that. I'm so confused. Did I print the wrong one? No, because it's the same. I don't get it. I don't get it. I would have thought that this would have bolted in without an issue, but I can't seem to figure out this limit switch. Um. Okay, here we go. Like that's the same. Like that is literally the same switch I have in my hand, but it does not fit. Okay. I don't get it. Nope. Hmm. There is a print profile called something like T-Walls, which has the old version 3 components, which is compatible with the V4 design, but lets you use the old switch. What? So that explains why I can't get the Switch to work. They upgraded the version. Hmm. Let's open this bad boy up. Open in Bamboo Studios. Weird. I don't see that. Unless that's it. No, because it's not it. Nope. It's definitely not it. Yep. That's definitely not the one I'm looking for. Hmm. Can I not see? Can I not find the originals? I'm confused. Hmm. I don't see it. So, the only thing I can think of is the rebuilding this. Even that's going to be questionable because I don't think it's going to do what I want it to do. I have to cut out the top a lot, actually. Um, I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to try it. that's not going to work very well. Let's try it with just a little bit. See if this will work. Okay. Clear this out. My ball bearing is stuck in there. So what I'm trying to do is get this to fit down in here freely, mount to this one hole, but we're getting there. So modify the switch a little bit. There we go. Put the ball bearing in. So that's going to go in the hole. So that should be pushing against. It's not. Getting close. We're getting close. Might have it. We'll see. I'm gonna need a washer. That ain't gonna work. Nope. Not gonna work. Why? Because the ball's not in the right spot. Crap. Come on. Uh-oh. I just lost the ball. Don't know what happened to it. Not the ball bearing, but the washer. Okay, let's see here. Get you in your place where you're supposed to go. That's not the right switch. That should be the right switch. Okay, that's that. Looks good. That's definitely behind it, which is where it's supposed to be. Problem is I can't tell if the switch is being hit or not. Ugh. Something tells me it's not. It might have worked, actually. Don't tell me I just broke that. Holy crap, this thing is fragile. Or it's this filament. This is redonkulous. I'm not enjoying how fragile this is so far. I mean, I did use old filament, but I think it's working. Voltometer. Where are you? Now, I don't remember how these switches work, but I want to say it's continuity. It's not ideal, but I hear it. Yeah, it's so the switch is working now. So that does fix that problem. But now I have bigger fish to fry, which is this big ginormous wheel broke, which is what holds. Hey, what's going on? By the way, I just now seen the message. So hello. Yeah, it it has quirks, but I'm kind of happy with it so far. I did do a quick test, and I don't have this feed. Why? Why? Okay, camera. Why? Why? Hold on. My camera just like decided that it was going to shut off, and I don't understand why. Um, it has some issues, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna work through it because I think it's worth the investment. So I did manage to get some respool done. So this is a respool. Obviously, it's messed up. You can tell it's predominantly on one side. Um, but it's old filament, and this is just a test. Very first run. What happened is I'm using the wrong belts. So these are 3D printed TPU belts, and they are not the right length. So they were causing nothing but problems. And what happens is it runs an AUG or two gears. Those gears simultaneously rotate these two, which then forces this feeder to go left and right. Well, I broke one in the process of fighting it, and then the belt was slipping like crazy, so it wasn't running, and then so I broke it. I'm okay with it. The correct belts are on order. They're just not going to be here for like another week or two. But I wanted to print some just to see the functionality of it. And so I got to fix these. I'm going to reprint these again, probably in a different material. And then I just broke the main piece here. So I'm going to reprint this out of a different material type as well. And then I can't find the switch for the filament stopper, so I had to... Every mechanic drinks Mountain Dew. I couldn't find the appropriate switch, so I was just doing, like, I've been doctoring it to make it fit because it didn't fit. So I had to drill a big ginormous hole in it to make it fit because you can't find the switch that they suggest anywhere. You can, but they use a different type of switch, and it's from Bambu directly. So I bought switches off Amazon, and I found out why I can't find it is because whoever the original developer is, they did a update and redesigned the switch to a different type of switch when he did the version 4. And if I found the old version, I could use this style switch, but I can't find it, so whatever. I looked and I cannot find the copy of it, the old version anywhere, which I'm fine with. So I just modified the switch to work. Now I gotta wire it. So while we're doing that, I have the printer going, running a prototype part for a customer. That'll be done pretty soon, actually. And then you might like this, Athens. I got a new computer case, and I redid the workbench. So now the streaming computer... Okay, maybe. So now the streaming computer sits right here instead of under the workbench. So this is my old rig, but I got a new to me case. I bought it used on Marketplace for $25, and it had all the RGB fans on it. So they're addressable RGB fans, might I add. And I kind of like it. Anyhow, I'm a sucker for lights. So that's what I did this morning. I built it last night, but I was working on the addressable RGB stuff this morning and moving everything up. Oh, that's a Ryzen 7 2700X 1060 GTX video card. I want to say it's 32 gigs of RAM, but I think it's 16. I don't remember. It's more than adequate. And it's got a 500 gig solid state Samsung hard drive. Because, again, I don't use it for a whole lot out here. So, yeah. It is, so yeah, with streaming, I use video card as the processor for video instead of the processor running. You can pick NVIDIA to process the OBS, or you can pick the CPU to be the processor. So, well, even the 1060 is still a decent card. It does everything I want it to do out here. I have zero problems with any kind of CAD program or anything like that. I multi-stream with it. You've seen it. This is the same computer I've been using for a year and a half out here with you guys. Inside, I have a Ryzen 7 4700X? 4600X? I don't remember. Somewhere around there. And it's got a 3060 video card in it. And I want to say it's 16 gigs of RAM, and it's got like 5 terabytes of hard drive probably. And that's my main computer. So there's no need to put a bigger video card in this out here in the garage. I could play any game on that without an issue out here. So, yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. So that's why I didn't mind spending the extra $25, because the computer case that I had it in, I don't like it at all. I mean, I don't like it at all. So this is it. And it's an old Corsair case. but I lost the side panel years ago. And that's why it's so dusty inside here. So this is getting pitched. Oh, I want to say that's a 280 millimeter radiator with two 110 fans blowing through the radiator. And then I want to say it's a PC Power Cooling 800 Titanium 80 series power supply. I think it's 800 watts. What's up, Jack? I mean, yeah, you're talking DOS and Windows 3.1 days, sure. But I gotta go pee. I'll be right back, guys. I mean, I literally gotta go real bad. I'm back. Okay, so I want your all's opinion. What material would you suggest I make these two cams and this piece out of? And the reason why I'm asking is because this was printed out of PLA carbon fiber, and I broke two sets of this, and I just broke this. I don't know what the infill was. I don't know what. Oh, wait a minute. No, I did not break this. I broke. I broke the gear. Wait a minute. Is that right? That's what it looks like. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't break the big piece, thank God. I broke just the gear set on the inner gear. I guess that's a little bit more manageable. But is this a filament problem or is this an infill wool problem? Hello, trucker. So you're thinking Pet G. That's probably where I'd go next. Was Pet G? I think that was on my agenda. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. I don't really want to open up my other spool of Pet G. And I have that one running, but it actually sounds like it's about done. Let me check. Let me check the printer. Yeah, it's about done. It's got like 1 minute left. So we'll queue up some parts for this next. I don't know how many walls I printed with it, honestly. I don't remember. I have to reprint it anyway, so it's fine. Do I have to reprint it? Wait a minute. Or I'm confused now. I'm really confused. Doesn't take much to confuse me, but now I'm even more confused. Okay, so it's this piece. Okay, you guys can't see. Let me pull you over to the PC screen. So the piece that I broke, I believe, is that cam. So I need to print that, that, and that. And oh nope, wait a minute, nope. I broke another pulley again. I need to print which one? This guy. So I need to print those. So let's get rid of everything I don't need. I've managed to break 2 of these already, and I broke 2 sets of these already, and that's the first time I broke those. That's not good at all. Washer, water valve broke. Ow. That's not good. That's not good at all. So this is what we're gonna reprint. And we're gonna change this to generic PLA. Wait a minute, no, sorry, generic PETG. And then currently it's set to 2 walls. That's obviously not going to work. I don't remember what I printed this one as. I want to say I printed that one with like 5 walls, but I don't remember. This print actually came out looking pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Okay. So, obviously, we're going to need to increase the walls. Let's go with 5. I would like to think that that's more than enough. I'm all for ideas on how y'all want to make this stronger, because I'm tired of breaking these parts. Oofta. Came right out. Fancy dancy. Choose the strength settings versus standard. I'm already in the strength. Or is there another way of doing it? I don't. You're speaking French to me, Jack. No. Go up. Up. Up where? I'm up. Up. Move your mouse up to where it says standard. Ah. But I only have standard. First off, that's the wrong printer. Wrong one, go down. Till what? I will let you know here in a little bit. Because I'm getting ready to run one more batch of parts. If I had to guess, 2 hours, but I'm not there yet. I'll let you know, okay? It has more loops and higher sparse infill density. This results in a higher print strength, but more filament. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So that's what you're saying. Okay. And just send it with that? And not even worry about anything else? I'm going to increase the infill. Because, if anything, that'll make it stronger. Probably not, but... I don't think... Yep. Everything else should be okay. Okay. Looks fine. Pet G. So that's the cam gear I just broke. I think that's the cam gear I just broke. Yeah, that's the cam gear I just broke. Or those are the two cams I broke. That's the one for the main gear that I broke, and then that's the idler. Okay. And we're trying Pet G. Yes, Pet G. And slice it. And print. Send it. Confirm. I've just always manually changed settings to make it stronger. That's all. So, I sent the picture of the part I just printed off. Yes. Well, I usually increase both. Usually I'll go 5 or 6 for the walls, and then I'll increase the infill as well. Because it seems like every time I break something on this particular build, it's always on the cam gear right here where it narrows down. They always snap right here. So every time I broke it, it's always been the longer side. It's not the short side. And it's always, like I said, right there. And then this one just broke kind of in the same spot where it goes from the thicker piece to the smaller. It snapped right there. That's the first time I broke that, but it's also really the first time I attempted to use it. And then this guy is broken twice now at the base. So we'll see. If it keeps breaking, I'm probably going to give up on this at some point. I enjoy it too well to give up on it. I think it's going to work great when I get the bugs worked out of it. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly, because like I said, I'll show you, because I don't think you were here when I showed it, Jack. I showed Athens, but I did do a spool this morning, and the cam the cam for this idler to move back and forth was not working because I broke, so it wasn't feeding back and forth, so I had to manually do it. But I mean, I'm okay with this. It's not ideal yet, but it's a good start. So we're getting there. Baby steps. I mean, the 3D printed belts worked, but they suck. That was my biggest problem, is I'm fighting belt slippage because I couldn't get anything tight enough. Um, I couldn't get this to be tight enough to not slip because these belts are too long. So even though it's supposed to be the right belt, we'll see. Somebody did a revision for larger idler pulleys, so I'll probably print that as well. I may try 3mm layer heights. I don't care about the looks. This is not for looks at all. So, I guess we can work on the filament spooler. Let's work on this some. So what we need to do is wire up this sensor to the board. Actually, I don't even need this. I'm just going to solder it directly to that, because that board, from what I understand, does not work in the current configuration that it's under, because it's not getting power. I think that's how I understand it. So I think I might have the flu because it's going around. Turn you on. Pull you out. Oh no. I can't get to you because the fan. Oh. Crap. Okay, let's undo you. Undo you. That's gonna pull this guy out. Now I have to undo the fan. Because the fan wire is too short. Which I'm fine with. Okay. So now I have to figure out how to get this wire from the sensor board down to this board. And I got to figure out how to wire this up. That's the next caveat. So if I go back and show you the board that's in question. I'm assuming this is where I would put my ground. Is it ground and stop? Somebody made a post. To make it work, I had to wire it as the user had done. The black wire to the stop and the white to the ground. Okay? So that's where we're going to start with. So let's trim off. I don't need all of this, so let's go with like half. Cut you off. Because I only need 2 of these 3 wires. I do know that. Uh-oh. What did I just hear? What is up with the printer? Oh no! 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 Stop! You boogered up! Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Not good at all. Oh. I have nothing but issues with this printer. With bed adhesion, and I don't know why. It looks like it's okay. It just popped off. And I don't know why that popped off the bed. I don't get it. Let's try this again. Preview. Oh, this is the wrong part. No, I don't need that. You're saying, screw it. You're saying 3mm right height, layer height. We'll make it stronger. So let's do that. Adjust. That's fine. Slice. Print. To send. Confirm. It's definitely Pat G. We'll just try it again. We'll see what happens. Okay, back to this guy. Good. That's that. That's that. So what did I say it was? White to ground. Black wire to stop and white is the ground, yes. So white is the top one. Okay, that ain't gonna work. White is the ground. Goes to stop. It's not pretty, but it should work. Okay. That's going to come out the top. And then we need to figure out the switch. I'm going to guess. Because I know the way that I understand how these work is it's a 3-position switch, but I only need to use 2. The top one and the bottom one. And they run diodes and stuff across these to the plug. So I'm just going to solder directly to the leads, basically. Let's go with like there. I don't need all this wire. Get rid of that. There we go. Resolder this end up. I don't know which way it's supposed to go for polarity, so I'm going to guess. Which is that. So now I need to throw power at this and see if it works. Which it does. So now I'm confused. Why is that not working? Could that be backwards? Oh, this is tight to get through there. So what I'm trying to do is get this filament across this switch. I don't get it. Could it be backwards? I don't think it is. Because I've already confirmed that this... Ow. Fuck, I just burnt my thumb. I've already confirmed that the switch works with the filament. Like, it's set right. Oh, that's gonna blister. No. It's not right. Okay. Let's just remove this. From the housing.
Mike Jones subscribed to the channel.
Hey, thanks, Mike. If you're actually watching live, I appreciate it. That's not working. I've confirmed that the switch works while it's in the holder. But for some reason, the board is not registering correctly. So that tells me... what? That I have it connected to the circuit board incorrectly? Is that what we're leading to at this point? So if I go back... back to the computer... For the micro switch automatically stopping, you can solder a normally closed leads to the underside of the controller to the stop and the ground posts. Which is what I've done, and it just popped off the bed again. I'm about to kill this printer. Oh, I don't get it. My patience is not, yeah. It's a brand new bed. Well, like a week old. You're saying wash it because of the material difference? I'll just flip it over. For the time being. Okay. Device. Print. PETG. Send. Yes. Let's go. No. What do you mean no? Greasy fingers? I mean, you're probably right. I hate you all. Pause. I'll be back. I would say dust is probably not realistic. I mean, it might be, but it is enclosed. You know that. But I also know dust is not impossible. So it is washed. It is dry. I don't know which side I had it on. If I was a betting man, which I am, I'm going to go with this side. Close. Start. Okay. Back to what we were doing before the printer interrupted me. So, I know, let's make sure I'm right, that I have it on ground and stop. So unless the stop didn't catch, which is a possibility, so I'll resolder that guy. I did flip these wires. Yeah, I don't know. That looks fine. I mean, it ain't great. It still looks like crap, but it's not coming off. So it should have continuity. But why does the switch not work? Because it shouldn't be working. Yeah, it shouldn't be working. I mean, I don't get it. Because even with it powered on, it gives me a green light. Weird. So let's do this. So it works. The wiring works when I close them. So it's not a controller problem. That tells me it's something to do with the switch and the wiring in this switch. How does that work? I guess, continuity mode on the Switch with the voltmeter and find the correct pin set. Is that how we're gonna figure this out? Horseshoe mode. So I'm on continuity testing mode. So if I go pin 1, I don't get it. How does that work? Right? So pin to pin, I have continuity. And then when I close it, I don't have continuity. Shouldn't that work? So I'm I'm drawing a blank here because theoretically this is what makes the most sense. So if I have pin 1, 2, and 3, pin 1 to 3 with the switch being open, I have continuity. But if I close it, I don't have continuity. It's open. Closed. Come on. Come on. I need another hand. Close it. It's open. Closed. Open. Closed. Which is reverse of how I actually want it, by the way. What about if I go to middle pin? I cannot, for the love of God, do all of this with my fat fingers and push this switch. No, it's because I'm hitting the back posts. So I want it open, switch open, the switch with the switch open to the top pin and the middle pin, the switch is open. If I close it, it's closed. The bottom pin to the top pin is closed with it open, and open when it's closed, which is how I want it, because I want it to be closed. No, I want it to be open. I want the circuit to be open when the switch is closed. So for that to be open, it has to be the bottom one. Yes, it has to be the bottom one and the top one. No, I'm getting confused now. No. Because I want no... Yes. Yes, that is correct. So it's the top pin and the bottom pin are the two that I want. No, I need the first pin and the third pin. Because if this is closed, which is reading filament, I want the circuit to be open. And then once the filament sucks through it, this switch becomes open. Then I want it to close the circuit to shut off the motor so it doesn't keep trying to pull filament and then get stuck. So it has to be the first and third pin. So first and third, it's open. Wait a minute, am I saying this backwards? Yes, because if I close the switch, the circuit is open on pin 1 and 3. And if I move to the middle pin, that circuit's closed. So that's correct. First and third pin. My argument, though, why does it not work when it's soldered together? Because the circuit works, but as soon as I solder it, it doesn't work. We're gonna try it again. Because I don't think the orientation matters if it's open or ground or whatever. That printer sounded weird. Because this open circuit's open and closed circuit's closed, it doesn't matter polarity of wires. But everybody says that you have to pull off all of the circuits and stuff. So this board does have little diodes. So my question is could it be bleeding? Could it be bleeding the circuit so it doesn't? No, because we're testing it. I don't know. By the way, it popped off the bed. I'm gonna kill it. Stop. And it's always that little part. I'm gonna move it to a different section on the bed. Let's try that because I don't know what else to do. Or just cut down the parts and just do one at a time. That's probably another option. Let's do that. Let's move you over here and you over here, and let's just do you two at the same time. Slice. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I want to move you to a different spot in the bed. Nope. There we go. Let's move you back into the right. Sure. Slice. Settings are still the same. Print. Pet G. Wait a minute. Am I not doing Pet G? Just for shizzles and giggles. Because it was a different color, so that might have been my problem. I might have been printing it at PLA temps and not Not Pet G. That would probably explain it, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm probably a moron. Operator error. Can't blame the printer. Anywho, I didn't say that. It's the printer's fault. Okay, back to this dilemma. Because my whole life is nothing but a dilemma, apparently. Back to testing. Before I go psycho, I'm going to test it at the circuit board. So switch is open, circuit is closed. Switch is closed, circuit's open. It's got a terrible reading though. It's not 1.0, it's 0.7. So I'm wondering... This should work. In theory. It probably won't. Because nothing works like it's supposed to for me. Ready? I don't get it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, this makes sense now. I didn't catch this the first time I did it. The controller doesn't care at the original state. So, if I start it, it doesn't matter if the switch is open or the switch is closed. It's fine. I can shove filament through it, catch the filament reader. It's closed, or it's open, but the switch is closed, and then now I run out of filament, and it shuts off. And then I can't do nothing until you hit the button. So this whole time it was working. Oh my god, why does this have to be so complicated? Because nothing ever goes as it's planned. Anywho, it's fine. Everything's fine. Make fun of me all you want. It's okay. I'll take the blame. So now I'm done with the electrical. This is going back in its home for the final time. This stays out. Fan needs to go back in its home. I need a drill. I need my screw, my nuts. I'm sure there's an inside joke somewhere for y'all to enjoy about me playing with my nuts. Or losing said nuts. I'm okay with that. Okay. That fixed all of the electrical issues. I'll turn off the soldering iron. I'll get it out of the way. I would like to figure out how to make this work, if at all possible. But I think it interferes with that guy somehow, some way. And I don't understand why. Why would you design something... Oh, it's the stupid Allen head that holds the cam. It rubs against this. I'll leave it off. I don't care. It's fine. This device is clearly not winning a Nobel Peace Prize or anything of that nature for any kind of fancy award. for a beautiful construction piece, because it's far from beautiful, but it's fine. I need. Where did my Allen head go? Oh, it's right here in front of me. This little guy. Which is that. That's fine. Let's test. Make sure the switch is still working like it's supposed to. Yeah, it's not. Because I can hear the switch. So feeds through, comes out the bottom, no big deal. And then it sucks through, runs out of filament. Supposed to click off, and it doesn't. So that tells me the switch is not switching, which I don't understand. I'm about to just say I give up on this switch. Because this is. I mean, great idea. Terrible execution. Let's try this again. Feed the filament in. Why? Oh, that's not even close. Something happened to the switch. Or did I solder the wrong switch on? The switch is bent. Or the switch is not getting put in the right spot. I don't know. I don't get it. This does not make sense to me. Because to me, I feel like that switch is bottoming out against the plastic. I'm going to trim just a little bit off. I feel like it's hitting. Patience. Patience. I'm telling you what. Me and this machine. We're gonna go around and around. I'm almost done. Let's try this again. Nope. Something happened to the switch. It's bent. That's why it's not working right. Which means what I cut off is probably now too short. I'm I'm gonna lose another set. I'm bound and determined to lose another set. Come on! Cannot be this complicated. I'm about to just say screw it. Run it without the sensor. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm trying to do it right. But unfortunately, this has turned into a Mickey Mouse show. I'm pretty sure I'm going insane. Because I keep doing the same things over and over and over, and it still doesn't work. Now the ball is not where the ball's supposed to be. Where is the ball? I'm blind. No, the ball's in there. I'm about to put a 3mm bolt in this thing. Also, I don't need a piece this long. Yeah, the ball doesn't even hit it. Oh my god. Screw it. We're already 3 millimeters. Pikachu, I choose you. You're gonna go in. One way or another, you're gonna go in. I'm gonna win this battle. You, ball bearing, need to go back in your hole. Thank you. I may have to add a second bearing to this. Now, how are we looking? Oh, it looks like it's on it. To start. Oh, I'm losing my brain. I'm losing my brain. I'm losing my brain. I don't know how to fix this. I understand the concept. Add another ball bearing? I don't know if it's going to fix my problem. There's no way that's going to fix it. Bearing's in the right spot. Okay. I can't hear the switch. That's kind of half my problem. That's clearly hitting it. Make sure I'm not blind. Yeah, that film is clearly hitting it. Something's bullshit here. I'm calling bullshit. That's clearly hitting the switch. Why? I can't win. Plain as day. Yeah, I mean, I can hear it. Why? 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 I don't get it. Because closed. I'm getting the same reading. I don't understand. Something's backfeeding power? I don't know what else. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I know enough to know that what I'm doing doesn't logically make sense on why it's doing what it's doing. The only thing I can come up with is something to do with the circuit boards. The circuit board, the circuitry on the opposite side of the switch, is causing an issue with resistance. I don't know. I don't know. Because it clearly, yeah, it's clearly making connection. So can I break this board somehow? I have a drill bit. Is this the right way of doing it? Probably not. But now I just eliminated any possibility of any form of circuitry in the way. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Why? Give me my screw back! Hold on. Oh, never mind. Somebody's out. Well, actually, I'm gonna go check. Somebody's outside dicking around. I hear him. And of course, the threads are stripped like a motherfucker. I'll be right back. I don't know. I'm back. So in theory, we're back to this again. Should be closed. Which it is. Now it should be open. Which it is. That proves that the switch is switching. Chopsticks. Um, I'm confused. It's the same value now. I don't know. I don't get it. This makes zero sense to me. Because if this is closed, no. Yeah. 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 Right? Open circuit. I mean, it's 800. It's something doesn't seem kosher there. But and if I run filament through it, should be open. Something with the switch is not switching. Yeah, because now it's not switching again. I don't get it. I might have broke the switch. I don't fucking know. I quit. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I give up. Okay. This guy's gonna get put back together, and it's gonna go sit on a shelf, and it's gonna go on timeout. And then I think we'll spend some time chillaxing, whatever that is, and doing some cleaning. That's fine. We'll put that there. We'll set this guy aside for the time being. And then let's do a little cleaning. Shall we? Okay. Soldering station off. That goes up there, out of the way. Dremel gets put up. In the big toolbox. That is trash. That is trash. That spool's trash. 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 Trash, trash, and trash. Trashity, trashity, trash. That's trash. Those are trash. I'll keep those for the time being. Keep. That's all trash. Keep. Throw that away. Throw that away. Bearings. Pretty cool little holder, actually, how these things came. I love how they came with instructions. What's the instructions for a raw bearing? Outer diameter is less than 50 millimeters or 2 inches, including keep away from children and avoid ingestion. Oh, okay. Whatever. Take that off. Set that on the carousel for the time being. I don't remember what size these were. I think they were 10 millimeters. And I need to find my label maker, because I have a decent amount of screws I want to put up. There it is. It was over here somewhere. I think these are 3x10s. They look longer than that, though. Three by 12s. Well, helps if I plugged you in. The carousel. Guess we'll go with you. 3 millimeter by 12 millimeter. Button head. That's going to be ginormous. I need to label a bunch of this, because I have those. Wait a minute, what size is this? Let's start with that. Because these are smaller. eights. Yeah, those are eights. What are these? Those are sixes. So 8, 6. Is that what I said that was? 8 millimeter. Print. So that's 3 millimeter button heads. That's gonna be 8. That's gonna go there. Then what I say these was 12s. Yep. Yeah, those are gonna be. Those will be classified as 12. So we're gonna do 10, 12. That's that guy. 6-way bearings. Okay. Done. Done. Those can get off the workbench, get pitched. That's trash. That's trash. Bowden tube can go in the mechanical. The electrical wiring connectors can go there. That can go down there. What are these? That can go in the electrical. size is this guy? Never even used them. It's not labeled. Just says made in China. Sixteens. 10, 12. That's gonna be 14, 16. Okay. 3mm button head. Go. There. That goes in the race box. I'm not going to mess with those. Bearing. Part. This can go back there. Screwdriver. That can go there. Switch. Go down there. Gift card to my local hobby shop for Christmas. Don't want to lose that. Go over there. I don't remember what size bearings these are. I'll have to look it up. Probably I'll never use them ever again, but that goes with that. That's broke. That's broke. Trash. Keep that with that. For the time being, skizzers goes there. Pliers. Scissors. Towel calipers can get turned off. Go there. That goes there. Pencil goes there. That goes in that. Trash, trash, more trash. That. We're getting somewhere. Looking better. Looking better. Looking much better. Those screws can probably get all pitched. Got plenty of them if I need more. Drill bits can go over on the other bench. Okay, I think we're done. I think I'm done for the day. Just doing a bunch of printing. Yep. I think I'm gonna call it quits for the day. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I'm pretty happy with where we're ending. I think it's a decent spot. Got the workbench cleaned off. I have more questions and answers when it comes to the filament spooler, but we are one step closer to having that completed. I am okay with that because I know that's a work in progress and I don't expect perfect with that thing until we work some of the bugs out of it. I'm fine with that. Got the part for the customer printed. I know he's going to want more parts, so I sent that to him to see if he's okay with that, which he should be. Looks good, by the way. I do have to put inserts in the bottom. Yeah. All in all, I think we're pretty good. So with that, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you all for coming out and hanging out. If you're still here, I appreciate y'all. And with that, later, y'all.